My name is Lakara Foster, and I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. But what a lot of people don't know is that I possess an extraordinary gift. Now, I don't call it anything, but some people may refer to it as a psychic or a medium. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. So I'm going to tell you some things about me. I know we've known each other for a few years.
Right.
I've read just about all of your books. I
appreciate that.
I think you're absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
But today I wanted to talk to you about something that you may not know about me. So I want you to know that I am what is called a psychic medium.
Okay.
And I don't know, you've heard the term before.
I have, yes.
What does that mean to you when you hear that term?
I think what probably comes to mind first when I hear the term psychic medium is one who has the ability to see things, to understand things outside of time limitations. One who might see into the future, one who may be able to resurrect things from the past and bring them into the present. So I think of it as kind of someone whose time constraints are a bit more fluid than other people.
I think it's about understanding what your gift is. I don't necessarily like titles for anything, so if people want to refer to as psychic, medium, I also have I can't smell, right? So I've not been able to smell for the last 15 years, really weird. However, spirit will allow me to smell stuff. I think I told you your grandfather smoked cigars or cigarettes or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and so spirit will make me smell stuff. Where does this come from? I know you teach at the universities, African American Studies.
Right.
Where does this gift come from, and what did it look like before we got here?
Well, we come from people who understood that all people have gifts.
Right.
That everybody who comes into a community bears some gift, from some spiritual gift. We are shaped that way. And this notion of being a psychic medium, and of course they would use a different word in ancient Africa, but this notion of what it means to be able to see invisible things would not have seemed nearly as rare to them as it does to us. And truthfully, among ancient cultures, period, whether African cultures, Native American cultures, etc., this notion that one could talk to spirits, that one could conjure spirit, that one could see into the future, that one could resurrect information from the past, was a fairly common thing. Okay. In many African communities, they call them seers.
Okay.
These people who had sight.
So I would have been a seer.
A seer,
okay.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't come to me because they want to communicate with people who've passed. You know what I mean? People come, most of the time they don't come for that. A lot of times they come because they have questions about their life. It is. It'll be because the spirits are guiding us, right? So if somebody has, for example, they want to know about children, or they want to know about, it's kind of like their spirit guides are giving me the answers for them, if that makes sense.
Again, a seer is one who gets hints, who gets insight, who gets a glimpse into realities outside of the limitations of what we think of as everyday being.
Did your grandmother pass? Did your grandmother pass?
One of them did, yeah.
One of them did? Were you close to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she help raise you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the number 10 for you? How do you connect to the number 10? Did she pass 10 years ago?
I was 10 when she passed.
When you were 10 when she passed?
Right.
Okay, wow. That's what she's showing me. Were you confused about her death or something like that? She's showing me some type of confusion around what happened, or I don't know, she's showing me you were confused about something.
I don't know if I was confused. As far, I guess I would question why.
Okay.
Yeah, at 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Did she patch on something in this area?
Yeah, her heart.
Her heart, okay. Was it very suddenly? It wasn't she had heart disease or anything, but it's kind of boom, it just happened, and everybody was left with the why question.
Right, because she went in for a doctor's appointment. And
wow.
They immediately took her to the ER and they diagnosed her with congested heart failure.
Wow.
Immediately put her on a transplant list. And it lasted about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she passed within those 2 weeks. Was this your mother's mother? Okay. Your mom like still grieves really heavily. I'm sorry. I know you didn't want to be on camera.
I did.
I know you did. I thought I'm getting sad. Like, that's what when she saw me rubbing my hand, like I felt like her energy was here. And I don't know, like I know Cornicia's grandmother, you know, I know she has a grandmother passed, but clearly I knew that wasn't her grandmother. Like this was your grandmother coming through. That's why I was asking. And were you thinking about her or something, or had you just had a conversation about her?
My conversation was I want to make her cry.
Really? How long ago was that? Yesterday. That's why she's coming through, to let you know that you already have. That literally you were thinking about her and you had a question, and that's why she's here. And that's what happens with spirit, right? Like spirit will be like, my loved one has a question, this is somebody that can pass on the information, they're gonna jump at the opportunity to come. And that's what she needs to know, because you doubt yourself so much. Like, you are so brilliant, right? You are so smart, like, and it's like, you know, but not only do you like almost not want to know, you almost don't want other people to know, right? And I don't know what that part is about, right? But you gotta stop that. You have to stop that part. But she's saying like, you are exactly who she thought you were gonna be. Like she loved you as a kid, and she just thought you were so smart and so bright and funny, and you were like her kid, like more than a grandson, if that makes sense. Like you were like her kid, and you turned out exactly how she thought you were gonna turn out. Like you're compassionate and you love people and you got a smart mouth, but I feel like you've always had that smart mouth. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. So she's extremely proud of the man that you've become. Extremely. And so she came today specifically to answer that question for you, because you didn't even know we were doing this today.
Right.
Right. You just were on the phone with David, and David said, hey, we're stopping by. I didn't expect to give a reading today, because I mean, the thing is, I know you guys, right? But I didn't know that this was your story. Right? But you asked the question, and so this is what happens. Spirit jumps at the opportunity, because it's like, hey, somebody speaks this language and they can get this message through. So, but she also wants your mom to know like that she's there with the family, right? Like she's there with the family, and even though you all can't feel her physical presence there, like she's there for the holidays, she's there for the birthday, she's there for all of those things, right? And like, because I'm almost feeling like people are holding on to, if we had done something different, if we had done this, then this would have happened. If we had knew this, like she's saying, y'all gotta let that go. Y'all have got to let that go, because y'all, for the last 20 years, y'all have been racking y'all brains around what y'all could have done differently. And she's saying, no more. No more. There was nothing else to be said, to be done, or anything. That she's at peace. And that's the message that she's coming to bring, that she's completely at peace. And she wants the family to live and to move on, and to, I don't know if you guys do something around her birthday, around something where you celebrate. And I almost feel like if y'all don't, like she's one, like, why don't y'all? Right? So something that you all remember her by, that it's not just in the sadness of her loss, right? But in the complete joy of her life, that y'all celebrate her. I'm in school,
right.
And working on my doctorate here. And my project is about my gift, in terms of it being a spiritual gift and how we can incorporate it into the church. And so I feel like there are scriptures that are for,
right.
But then there's also scriptures that are against. So how does somebody like me reconcile, you know, where you have a scripture that says this, do not consult psychic mediums, but then you also have a scripture that clearly tells you that there are seers, and that there were people in the Bible who were these things.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I think biblically, probably the closest thing to a seer is what they call prophets.
Right.
Right, because prophets were those who could foretell the future,
right.
Who were sent to warn the people of some impending disaster,
right.
Or warn the people of some fallout, you know, from maybe their past actions, etc. Right. And so, in many ways, a seer is not outside of what we understand to be that which is Christ-like.